Play training level. No. Investigator name. Why isn't there a freaking... you know what? I think we're going to be called... I think, you know what? I think we'll just call him Bob. Bob the CSI investigator. Ah, that works. Bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da.
Welcome to Graveyard. Thanks for coming in on such short notice. Have you met Nick Stokes?
Hey, night shift's been wild all week. We could use another live body.
Nick's one of our finest CSIs. I think you'll work well together. No time for a tour of the lab, though. There's a fresh crime scene waiting for you.
Let's use the mobile analysis unit.
Fine. Just be sure to fill it up afterwards. If you leave now, you should arrive at daybreak. Good luck out there.
Thanks. Okay, partner. Ready when you are.
Alright, partner. Location, location, location. Option. Ah, yeah. We will have some subtitles on. Save and resume. Crime scene. Oh, hey, it's Vegas. Always a good place to set a crime scene drama.
LVFD notified us as soon as they put out the fire. Our Vic's that former cabbie, current charcoal briquette.
Visa. You are protected with 24/7 with Visa's multiple layers of security. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Looks like a flash fire to me. Hot and quick. Fires like that don't happen without help.
Okay. It's Bob! Oh, it's a fellow Bob.
Hey, looking for a hint?
It's in the boot. Photo of the cab.
Good idea to photograph the crime scene. It helps to provide reference for us later on. It makes it easier to reconstruct how it went down. Looks like this area is clean. Way to be thorough.
Thoroughness point awarded. If you search an area that holds no evidence, you earn a thoroughness point. Thoroughness is part of your final evaluation by Chris. Oh, dude, we gotta get top marks. Oh.
Not the right tool for this. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody snagged their clothes on this fence. Possibly the perp.
Perp.
Looks like skin. Let's get the lab's opinion.
Ooh. Flake substance. Oh, we are getting our CSI on. Right. Have a look what's in the boot.
I've sealed the car doors to preserve evidence till we get it back to the garage.
Man.
Good job. This area is clean.
Ooh. Hello. Hello, turpentine. Oh. What are you? We have a fingerprint. Yeah, baby. Oh, that is.
Smells like gasoline, but my nose is not a lab. We'll make sure. Look at that critter. That'll put a smile on Grissom's face. See if you can catch it, without harming it, of course.
Insect collected. Anything else in here? Good. I'm clearly missing something. Oh, Visa clearly got something going on here. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything more. Missing here.
Hey, looking for a hint?
Yes, I am absolutely looking for a hint.
Hey, glad to help. But it might count against you in your evaluation.
Alright, I want to get perfect marks here. Chain. There's a chain. Some support on there. This is why I wouldn't make a good CSI kind of guy. Ladder. Yes. Last town taxis. Anything? All right, we're going to the mobile lab. I think we've got what we can. See what we got. See what we can do. Does taking hints for invalidate achievement?
When we're done here, I'll get the cab towed to the garage. We'll do the interior there. Controlled environment.
Actually, I want to go back to the crime scene. Apparently using hints might not do it, but there is definitely something that I missed. Foot. Text cast. From crime scene. Alright, let's go back to the mobile lab. Hey, we got a tick, which means we've done everything. Yeah, this game is helpful. What we need. Alright, let's have a look at what we got. Quite a few things. Visit start. Oh, no, can't start here.
Mobile equipment can't match it. Go try back at the lab. Much larger database.
Much larger database. What's this one? Fingerprints.
You'll want to drag the partial over a full print to make sure they match up.
Oh. And Harrison B. B. This bad boy. I reckon this. Yep. Match found. Whoa.
Hey, even in Vegas, a guy can get lucky now and then. Our prints belong to this Edsel character. Not much of a record. Petty larceny, vagrancy. Psych profile indicates antisocial tendencies. Probably starting with his parents for naming him after a car. Last known address, Phoenix, Arizona. But somehow, I don't think this turpentine can drifted into Vegas all on its lonesome. Okay, that's a wrap for the mobile lab. Tow truck's been called for the cab. Should arrive in a while. Meanwhile, let's take this buggy back to CSI.
Found the guy. Ed's fingerprints. Go to Bryce's office, go to the morgue, go to the lab. What's this bad boy do? I'm not done yet. hello. Alright, I'm getting my hoodie on. Let's just start from there for oh! Look at that. Who's what make a boot? Oh, shout out to
That's on the
HP.
footprint. Common athletic shoes.
That's a microscope. What's this bad boy? DNA, which we don't have, and whoa. Ah, turpentine on the clothes. Yep, that is turpentine. Now, what was in the can? Gasoline! Alright, so that's all the evidence done. Oh, DNA. And let's go for the middle one. I just guessed. I'd say no. Let's go with search result A. Not quite, so... C. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a winner.
You don't quite have a match there. Little details make all the difference when you're doing a comparison. When you're sure, ask me for a confirmation.
Why is that different? Oh yeah. Alright, let's do A first. Let's just do this in order. What do we reckon? Nope. It's close, but no. Alright. Okay, I think we have everything. Go to the morgue! Things to do in the morgue. Oh, hey, it's our mortician.
Sure, I'll send a team right out.
Okay, this looks nasty.
I have an unusual autopsy finding for you. The victim was a racist. These tattoos are all white supremacist symbols.
Well, that's just not good. Okay, yep, he's very, very dead.
No, though if he'd lived a while, they'd likely have finished the job. These burns are consistent with an intense sudden fire, the kind that flares up fast and burns out the same way. Immediate cause of death? Asphyxiation. Vic inhaled toxic fumes, particulate matter, and vomit.
Oh, nice.
The latter resulting from the toxic fume reaction. Essentially, he choked to death, aggravated by shock and abetted by the alcohol blood level over the legal limit for any driver, much less one behind the wheel of a cab. I'd say last night between 9 and 10 p.m. Can't notify the parents. They died 5 years ago, driving drunk. Late brother, cirrhosis of the liver.
Nice.
Lovely when a family has a shared interest. I have fingerprints for you, and DNA, of course. Running those fingerprints may strike gold, or anyway, DUIs. Yes, everything on that table is set aside for you. I've no need for it here.
Not the right tool for this.
Grab it.
Be nice to know who this circled woman is. Papa had a little attitude towards her, it seems.
Other than the usual ID, empty, including folding green. No cash box. Maybe the cabbie was having an off night, or maybe we have a robbery motive. I've got nothing new to report on the Vic.
Okay. Go to the lab. We're heading to the lab. Decrypts encrypted computer files. I'm not sure that's not how it. Whatever. All right, let's start with. Reassemble there. Let's have a look. Really? The database. Got one. Yep, perfect. Think he's our guy.
So our cabbie does have a record, and it's a nasty one. He was a gay basher, literally. Assaulted patrons at 2 local gay bars. Oh, and here's a real surprise. DUIs. One more, and he would have lost his hack license.
Oh, that's not good. Ooh. What's this machine do? No, very voiding. Sorry, Nope. Oh. I'd say. What have we here? Thinking.
Hey guys, any luck with your red plastic what's it?
Our new fish here found a match to some artificial turf. But does this really look like artificial turf to you?
Well, it's brittle, badly faded. Life expectancy for artificial turf? 15 to 25 years. So this is way old. Newer turfs are UV protected.
So it's old, it's had hard use, and suffered exposure to UV. Theme park?
Miniature golf course, maybe?
Maybe. I'll get Brass to check out any old miniature golf courses that used red putting greens.
Red greens? That anything like blue white?
I got a nagging memory of seeing that when I was a kid. Miniature golf with red grass? Worth checking out anyway.
Oh, there's one all the way over here. I forgot about this one. Driver's shirt.
We've got traces of turpentine on the shirt. Pins down the accelerant used.
And we have turpentine.
Turpentine on both the can and the shirt. Links don't come much stronger.
And there was guys Brass, we got a lead. Red golf courses. That's handy. Captain James Brass.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I'll give it a shot. Check back later. We've confirmed Ed is no longer at his Phoenix address, but the PD there has no lead on any subsequent address, much less a current one. But I think we know he was somewhere in Vegas last night.
Questioning warrant available.
Still working on that. Shouldn't be much longer, though. With fingerprints at the crime scene and his record? Yes, indeed. I'll see your warrant and raise it an APB.
Oh, thank you very much.
Once you got enough evidence, I'll hit up a judge.
Okay.
Hey, looking for a hint?
Nah, I think I'm good. Let's see if Brass has got my
Yeah, if you can believe it. 2 using red artificial turf. One's been abandoned for a good long while. You can go ahead and check that one out for trespassers, and if you find anybody, come on back and I'll get you a search warrant.
Oh, we're off to a golf course. Hello. I haven't really golf in ages. Next time I go to Vegas, I'm gonna find out there's a mini golf course and a casino.
this is the first time I got the windmill hole-in-one.
Oh, he's hanging out.
Close, dude, but no cigar. They call me Ed Freeborn, as in born free, like the old song, free as the wind. Not trespassing, passing through. Yo, since when is Vegas a police state? Gendarmes in this town ought to know all about citizens having a bum run of luck.
Bum is right.
Whoa, that is eerie. But then they say everybody's got a doppelganger.
Well, let's go downtown for a little talk. Somebody who looks just like me has some questions for you.
He's gonna pretend it's not him, but his twin. His evil twin. I haven't had an evil twin story. Let's try this one.
I already told you, my brothers. The correct designation is Freeborn. Ed Freeborn.
Yeah, right. Like the old song. I wonder what song your fingerprints will sing if we check them.
Now that is cold. Stone cold. This is supposed to be a town that understands second chances. I'm just one more dude trying to start over. Finish my parole clean. Check it out, you don't believe me. My what on where?
He's dead, by the way. Technical term for that's homicide.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know a damn thing about any cabbie or fire or where'd the hell this go down?
Outside a foundry. Big metal sculptures are stored there.
Oh, yeah, sure, I've been there. See, I've been helping these crazy artsy-fartsy gals put up flyers for some whacked-out project of theirs. I've been helping them on this art deal, helping build it. So yeah, we used our share of turpentine on the thing. Probably got that crap all over me. These gals are, well, they're not just into art, they're into each other, comprendo? They've been putting this installation together. They call it a fire temple. They've been planning on being part of this big old wild festival out in the desert next month. So that terp can, it might have come from their pad.
Have names?
Deborah, she's Ms. High and Mighty Tribal Leader, self-appointed. And Liz bills herself as Bridget, the fire goddess. She's got a real pyro Jones, Liz does. Maybe she knows how your cabbie got burned.
Yeah, maybe she does. Got an address?
No problem. Just 'cause I got no fixed place of residence, don't mean I ain't a good citizen.
So, Mr. Danville, where were you between now?
At the Windmill Suite, the miniature golf park. Why don't you check with the couple hundred golfers who played through last night? Hey, you don't pick some deserted tourist trap to crash in 'cause you're looking for company.
One more question. You have a pair of athletic shoes?
I'm not into brand names, and anyway, I'm more of a boot kind of dude. Isn't that enough questions for now? Kind of like to get back to the old Windmill Suite before someone else claims it.
Sorry, Ed. You're not charged with anything right now. But you'll have to make do in the holding cell suite until we've checked out your story.
Alright, where are we off to? I want to go back to the abandoned mini golf course. anything in here. Well, we did find somebody. Brass did say we could have an arrest warrant if we found somebody. Or some kind of warrant if we found somebody. Brass, I want a warrant.
That property's been in litigation since the Rat Pack was still in town. I'll see what I can do, but it may take some time. He's on his way to interrogation now.
Why do I want to talk to him again? I think I'll dash it.
Dude, that's all you get now.
Fine. Let's go and have a look at these tribal leaders. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. That's a pretty house, actually.
Look familiar? Picture her with her face circled on a scorched flyer. Nick Stokes, Las Vegas Crime Lab. My partner and I have a few questions for you.
Well, sure. But could you tell me what this is about? The crime lab doesn't drop by every day.
Do you know an Edzo Danville?
Isn't that a funny name? I'm sure I'd remember it if I'd heard it. And I don't and haven't. Oh, him. He's just this character who crashed with us a while. Why? What's he done? What's going on?
Mr. Freeborn claims he was working for you on an art project. Is that right?
Not really, but sort of. Look, he's just a guy who answered one of our flyers. We're after people to join our, well, we call it a tribe, for an art festival out in the Black Rock Desert. Here, take one of our flyers. Ed was down on his luck, and my roommate Liz, she's always been a soft touch. So, anyway, we gave him some space to crash in. Only I insisted it would be in exchange for him working on our installation. After a few days, I didn't like much having him around, but Liz insisted. She's got a streak. Stubborn.
Liz, your roommate?
Yes, she's my partner in the art project. But let me think. Since we tossed Ed out on his backside a couple days ago, well, we haven't seen hide nor hair of him. Or anyway, I haven't, which is no great loss.
Did you say big fly?
If you don't mind, we'll take you up on your offer to take one. I see him right over there. Do you, partner? Excuse us a moment. Hey, looking for a hint?
No.
Hey, glad...
It's gonna take this one. Any idea how one of your flyers got on the shirt pocket of a dead cabbie last night?
Shirt pocket? Dead? What are you talking about? Did you say cab driver?
Yes, someone burned him alive.
Oh, how horrible. But surely that doesn't have anything to do with me, with us. Liz and I, we put flyers everywhere, all over Vegas. An art tribe needs artists, and we plastered the place, so this cabbie, he could have got that flyer just about anywhere.
Possibly, but on this particular flyer, your face is circled with the word if you excuse me, bitch beside it. Does a cab driver named Bob ring a bell?
It doesn't ring anything. So he scribbled something nasty next to a woman's picture. So what? Do I have to tell you there's an army of weirdos out there? Misogynistic a-holes? Look, I have work to do. Art to create, actually. Are we done?
That's all for now. Tell us where to find Liz Sunderland.
Liz? Why, she's in the backyard working on our fire temple.
Alright, let's go to the backyard. So the one guy claims he's not who he actually is. We've got a couple creating a fire temple, and some dude named Bob who's a cabbie got set on fire. Okay.
Crime scene? Are you kidding? How much are you people going to put me through? I reported it myself. It was a damn accident, and hell, I said I'd pay for the goddamn fence. Sorry, I don't mean to lose it or anything, but our neighbors are born-again tight-asses who don't exactly love living next door to an alternative lifestyle couple. Why don't you explain to them what discrimination means and tell them to back the hell off?
Thoroughness point rewarded. Oh, the game loves that I'm being thorough. Oh, hello, turpentine.
Nice eyes. Same brand of turpentine as we found at the scene. We'll need a warrant to take this.
Alright, we'll get a warrant. This has nothing to do with your neighbors. This is your fire temple.
Oh, sorry. I thought the fire. Anyway, yes, this is our fire temple. We were planning to take it out to the festival.
Big. Were. You aren't now?
What? Did I say? Sorry, I'm just tired. So many stupid hassles today. Anyway, there's still a lot left to do, but yes, we are still planning to take it out to the festival. Why?
Do you know an Eds or Danville? Possibly the name Ed Freeborn.
Ed? Sure, I know Ed, but I didn't know his name was... Anyway, sure, yes, Ed was helping us out with the temple, but he... Look, he's just another one of these free spirits. Took off. I have no idea where. Why? Is he in some kind of jam?
If you define jam as having his fingerprint found at a murder scene, yeah. On a turpentine can, to be specific. A can Ed said may have belonged to you.
Murder? Look, I can't believe Ed would say anything like that. Are you saying he tried to blame something on me? No. No way in hell.
Why is that?
Well, you get to know people after a while, you know? And I know Ed, and Ed just wouldn't.
But you do use turpentine in your work.
Well, what do you think? I'm an artist. Look at how much painting I have to do. You're a detective. See if you can deduce if I'd have a use for turpentine.
Can of your turpentine with Ed's prints was found at...
I said before, Ed's been helping us out with our fire temple. What, you think I'm the only artist in Vegas who uses that brand?
The keep.
Bob is the bastard who's been harassing Deborah. He's a Neanderthal with a taxi cab. Why are you asking me about that lowlife?
That lowlife is the victim someone burned to death in a cab using the accelerant turpentine. His remains were discovered in the foundry yard in the commercial district, not far from here.
That's sick. That is really sick. Is he... You mentioned murder before.
He's dead. He's the murder victim.
Oh. God. I can't say I'm sorry he's gone, but I wouldn't wish a death like that on anybody.
Where were you between 9 and 10 last night?
Let me think. 9 and 10. Well, I would have been out walking. I do that a lot. After dark, when it's cool.
Alone. After dark?
Yes, alone. Why not? I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself.
Really annoys me that there's like, well, why did you go out walking alone? It's like, they should be able to go out walking at night.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't stop and chat with anybody or anything. Or see anybody else out walking. Sometimes I just like to be by myself. Like now, for instance. Are we through here?
Not my cell. Must be yours.
Hey, Sarah's in the garage. Wanted me to let you know she's got the cab ready. Brass out.
Okay, partner. You heard the man. I'll follow your lead. You been to the garage yet?
I've said all I'm going to say for now.
Okay.
We don't have permission for this yet.
No, we need to get a warrant. I want to go to Deborah again because she mentioned Bob, who the murder victim was harassing her. Isn't she the Bob Kastner was harassing?
How did you guys find out about that? Liz, I suppose. Listen, you want to know something about me? Ask me.
What did he have against you?
We went out a couple times back in high school. He seemed like a nice guy at first, before the real Bob started coming out. Freaking racist, flaming homophobe. Back then I hadn't come to terms with my, sexual orientation, but I knew Nazi talk when I heard it. I dumped Bob's bigoted butt like the day before prom. And let's just say he didn't take it well. But you know, that's ancient history, right? Only some people never quite dragged themselves out of high school, huh? Anyway, maybe 2 weeks ago, he must have got hold of one of our flyers because he started calling me. First he pretended to be nice and asked me out, for old time's sake, you know?
And that's when you let him know about your sexual orientation.
Not at first. I just tried to let him down easy. Said I was in a long-term committed relationship. And then he snaps. His voice all different, sarcastic, nasty as hell. And he says, "What, with some dyke?" So he knew all along about Liz and me. Maybe Ed told him. Maybe Ed handed him a flyer. You'd have to ask Ed about that. And then the calls started. Obscene, abusive, nightmare abuse. And I had his calls blocked. And then he kept driving up and down past my house in his cab. It was awful, really disturbing. I was scared half to death.
Did you file a complaint against Kastner?
You bet your ass I did. Not that it did any good. I guess you people don't think it's harassment when somebody like me gets hassled.
Actually, we do. Of course, you don't need our help now. He won't be hassling you again, will he?
So that's what I get for being honest with you people? So that's what you do with a victim like me? You make me out a suspect. Well, maybe I'm not shedding any tears for Bob, but I had nothing to do with what happened to him.
Oh.
Hey, looking for a hint?
No. No. Go to the garage. We're off to the garage. Gotta get that warrant.
There you are. I've already pulled out the front seat. The rest is all yours.
Oh, so many things. So many things. Alright, where do we start? Used match. Well, would you look at that?
Not the right tool for this.
Yeah, it is. It says it enhances fingerprints on wood surfaces.
Not the right tool for this. Not the right tool for this. Too bad it's only a partial print. Still, pardon the pun, we may get a match.
Make it a match.
Good job. This area is clean.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That's a gay bar over on East Sahara. A trendy one. Or so I hear.
Ah.
Not the right tool for this. Not the right tool for this.
Ah. Fingerprints. Sat nav.
Ah, GPS device. Should be able to download our cabbie's route directly from this.
Gotta love a piece of device that tracks everywhere you go. People are worried about a microchip in a COVID vaccine. What's up, sir?
My shift's over, but I'll watch for a while. Doors are propped up over here for you to look at. Front seat's over there, too. Have a ball.
Hello. Deposit slip. So he was recently at the bank. Oh, hello, little thing. Wait, didn't we collect an insect back at the
I'm not lifting a finger. Too much fun watching you.
Oh, hey, seats. Lighter. Got a partial print. Everything. It is everything. Alright, let's go to the lab. Let's get to the lab and start going through all of this. Alright. Start with my favourite machine because it's the biggest. Oh, it's actually no. It's in there. Next. Still. Nothing on all the samples. Next. Alright, let's do fingerprints. We have got so many fingerprints. Alright. Line to say no. Turpentine. Is the turpentine? Oh, we only had a partial turpentine. Have we got anything? Yes.
Good job, partner.
Whose is it?
What's cooking?
Hey, Gris. Cooking up a storm in here. My partner just confirmed the matches our current holding cell celebrity, Ed.
So there's evidence of Ed Danville both inside and outside of the cab. Coincidence?
Could be. I've seen stranger things happen. And we've got a few other leads.
So what exactly did Ed light up with that match?
We'll find out. First of all, we'll see if he smokes. And I don't even care what. Later, Chris.
Alright, Grissom's come in. We're not finished yet. So we've identified that that is Ed's. Alright, let's have a look at something on the match block. Compare it to Ed's fingerprints. Okay, no, they're different. Not the victim.
Nope. Those two don't match.
Alright. Match works compared to isn't body. I'd say that is a match. I'd say that's a match. What we got? What we got?
Good match. Record of fire-related misdemeanors. Most recently, fire damage to her neighbor's fence. This places our friendly neighborhood fire goddess in the cab sometime before the fire.
Yes. Alright, we can go and get warrants. Alright, so. Oh my. Doesn't give us much at all, does it? Oh, hello. No, not. FBI. Two results. There it is. Fun match. Alright, so whose fingerprint is
Print
on the
belongs
lighter?
to a Randall Watchie, a convicted pedophile. Hold on a minute. Records show Randall was put away a month back. I don't figure he was catching cabs from his cell block.
Sexual misconduct with a minor. Alright.
GPS log has Bob driving through town before making his last stop of the night. Or ever. There are security cams all along this route. Good chance one may have picked up our perp. I'll ask Brass to go after any footage.
Okay. Bank receipt.
Now this is interesting. Looks like our cabbie deposited a check for $500, written to him by Deborah. We need to find out how somebody harassing a party winds up getting payment from that party.
Indeed. Made him to shut up, go away, leave her alone. Done there. Garage is done. Got a Brass's office. Think I've got everything. Brass, I need warrants and, well, everything. Do we have the social?
Not yet. Check back.
Can I get a warrant? Deborah Finch. Can we get a location warrant to Deborah Finch's house and
Direct evidence of Liz inside of the cab. Both ladies a possible source of turpentine, and the cabbie's history adds fuel to the fire.
I talk to a suspect again. I want to question Ed Danville.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
When and why were you in Bob Caston's cab?
Who and where? Slow down, my brother.
Cabbie who was set on fire last night.
Take a step back before you go blaming that on me. I took a cab a couple of days ago, Saturday, I think, but I didn't ask the guy his name. Maybe it's your guy, maybe it ain't.
They found a used match with your print on it in the cab.
So maybe it is the cabbie who got burned, or So what? I smoke 'em when I got 'em, but what's that mean in the great scheme?
What's a homeless drifter doing in a cab?
Now that is harsh. I do odd jobs for cash. I can afford the occasional ride. Anyway, those lesbos, pardon my French, they were climbing all over each other. And not in a good way. Liz, she was all pissed off at Deb for God knows what and raving on about needing a cleansing. Next thing, Liz is lighting some pagan ritual fire that got way the hell out of hand and damn near burned the neighbor's fence down. Anyway, I tried to help put the thing out, and for my trouble, got Liz climbing all over my ass, also not in a good way. She said, "Get out, get the hell out of here," all freaked out, and man, this cab was on the corner, and I just grabbed it and told the cabbie, stop at the nearest bar.
What bar?
The Random Room, it's called.
What time is this?
Oh, round 4, maybe 5. Closer to 5, I think.
How did you singe your eyebrows?
When do you think? When Miss Pyromaniac 1999's fire got out of control. The broad is brutal, man. She is out there.
Mind if we take a few hairs?
I can spare a few for the cause. Hey, like I said, you don't have to have a 9 to 5 to be a good citizen. But if you find burn patches, remember, I was playing Citizens Fire Brigade for that hot Les.
Singed hair. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's everything. So, when do I check out of that holding cell and get back to my windmill, my brother?
We'll get back to you.
Alright, let's just quickly nip to the lab, shall we? Lab! Yeah, I don't think that. There, 2. Aha! That's the one. Comparing DNA. I got it. I think my friend knows actually how to do this. Ooh, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we have
This
a
puts
match.
Ed at the crime scene. Of course, he already told us he was there distributing flyers.
Alright, so we know he was at the crime scene. This is tense. Much hard work. Alright. We have a warrant. Why did you write Bob a check for $500?
Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but after I dumped him back in high school, he'd corner me in the hall and harp about the money he spent on prom. The limo, the rented tux, the corsage, how I owed him. So I thought, pay him off, pay him back. So I go out to that cab and say, how much to get you the hell out of my life? He says, not for $1 million, baby. I say, I'll give you $500 to just go away. And he says, done. And I did. And then he kept coming around anyway.
So we have a warrant to search your house.
You don't need one, far as I'm concerned. Go for it. Nothing to hide here.
Well, we like to do things properly. So... Oh, hello. Hang on a minute, guys. Oh, excuse me. Alright, sorry about that. Yes, that was my mother. Recording paused. Hang on. Recording again. Alright. Good to...
Same kind of matchbook we found in the cab. Minus the soot.
Anything else? Good. Recorded. Oh, hello, training
You're on the right
shoes.
wavelength, partner. But that's not the brand of shoe that left the crime scene print.
What else? Do you have any of the shoes like those in your closet?
I only have the one pair of running shoes. Sorry to disappoint.
Okay. Alright, let's go to the fire temple. Alright. We have a warrant to search the premises.
Based on what? Let me see that thing. Ah, hell with it. Just get it done so I can get back to it.
We found your fingerprint on a matchbook in Bob's cab.
Well, that's nothing to call the media about. I just got tired of that character haunting our house and making a wreck out of Deborah. So I climbed in that cab and asked for a ride over to the nearby strip mall. And on the way, I really tore him a new one. Said if he didn't leave us alone, I'd get a restraining order on his pasty white ass. Then the a-hole flares up and his eyes pop out and his veins stick out and he's spewing all kinds of vile, foul crap at me. Turns out lesies like me are ruining this great country. All the while, he's still driving, but his eyes are on me in the rearview mirror, and now he's going about 50. So I wait for him to run out of steam and then calmly tell him I will call the cops if he doesn't stop the car. I'm digging into my purse for my cell at the time. So he slams on the brakes and pulls over and throws open the door and tosses my butt right out onto the pavement. Which must have been when and how I lost those matches, right? Anyway, he roars off and leaves me in a rough neighborhood, thank you very much.
What time was this?
You know, I'm not sure. 6, maybe?
Or 9, or 10, maybe?
You can try to squeeze me into your timetable all you want, champ. But the inconvenient truth is, I didn't torch that bastard. I have an artistic penchant for fire imagery, but that doesn't make me a pyro or a killer.
Did Ed found another Bob was harassing Deborah?
Man, can't get used to that high-class handle for freeborn. But, anyway, yes, sure. Ed was around all during the time Bob was making an ass of himself around us. And he also mentioned a cab driver he handed a flyer to lost it when he saw Deborah's picture. Later, Ed confirmed our stalker was the same guy.
Yeah, give that flyer to Bob.
Oh. Well, it's not like I marked it on the calendar. About 2 weeks ago?
What's his attitude about Bob?
No, he didn't like the guy's nonsense any better than we did. Loudmouth bully and bigot. Ed sort of laid back, but for him, he was pissed all right.
Okay. First off, we are going to go and grab this turkey line. Harmful if swallowed. Oh, lovely.
Okay, we have 2 lesbians and 1 used condom. How exactly does that add up? This is important evidence. Be sure and check all sides for trace.
Oh, hello, train.
You're on the right
shoes.
track, partner. But that's not the brand of shoe that left the crime scene print.
Inside and out.
Nice work. Swabbing this condom inside and out should give us 2 sets of DNA, thanks to body fluids from both partners.
Alright. Forgetting something. How are we looking? Got everything here? Nope. Let's see if we know if she knows anything about any of this. Can you tell us how you used condom got in your back room?
I don't know. Neighbor kids who sneaked in for a quickie? I mean, that structure is in our backyard. Could be anybody. But me or Deborah, of course.
We would like to take a single DNA sample from you.
Well, I wouldn't like you to. You can't do that without some kind of warrant, right?
That shouldn't be hard to get. You want to look good in this thing? I'd start cooperating.
What a charmer you are. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Or so I hear.
Want to look good? Start cooperating. Nah, get the warrant. Make implicate yourself.
Okay, we got lucky and located some security cam footage from a business along our roasted cabbie's route. Sarah will have it for you in the lab.
All right. All right, let's go to the lab.
Hey guys, your hunch paid off. Here's a hunk of reality TV that you're gonna really get into.
Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I don't think I can compare anything here, can I? Okay. Move along to the next one. Video, image in.
There might be visual evidence on this tape. Play the video to watch the whole thing. Then, use the controls to look frame by frame. If you find a frame that reveals new evidence, you can click to enhance it.
Wow, hello.
Hello! Check out that poncho design. We've seen that before. Remember? Nice going, partner.
Alright. Unique design on a poncho. Oh, there's exclamation marks on the ones that you need to use. That's good. Comparison A. Swap outside of condom. Comparison B. Compare it to Liz. What do you know?
We've confirmed Liz engaged in heterosexual intercourse in the Fire Temple.
Question now. Who would? With Ed.
Well, Ed was definitely one of the two to tango. Hey, Gris, check this out. Looks like Liz and Ed generated some heat in the old Fire Temple.
The fire goddess consummated with Mr. Free as the Wind?
An elemental attraction, so the evidence says. Wonder who initiated it.
Well, wouldn't you say that air stokes fire, Nick?
Yeah, I get it. Let's go, partner.
Okay, don't need to do anything. That one. That one. Alright. Oh yeah, we got... Oh dearie me. Hi.
I've said all I'm going to say for now.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna grab that.
Poncho matches the one seen on the security cam tape. And what do we have here? A singed area. Let's find out where this poncho came from.
Questioning warrants available. Who did?
Not the right tool for this. Not the right tool for this.
Aha! There we go. Get there eventually.
This damage could easily have resulted from a flash burn.
Bum ba bum bum ba dum bum. Does this pawn shop belong to you?
Why, yes, that's mine. I misplaced it some time ago. Where on earth did you find that?
In the temple room. Do you know how it got there?
I didn't put it there. Liz might have borrowed it. She works later hours on the project than I do. I've known her to keep warm in that poncho, come to think of it.
Last time you remember seeing the poncho?
Really, I don't know. I don't wear it much anymore. In this climate, it was a little heavy. But just guessing, a month ago, maybe.
We'd like to have a DNA sample from you.
Why not? I told you before, I had nothing to hide.
Nice to know.
Alright, so we got Deborah's DNA. Anything else you can tell us?
Well, this may not have anything to do with anything, but late Tuesday night, when Liz and I got home, things got kind of moved around in here. Not like the furniture had been rearranged or anything, just kinda off kilter. I thought maybe somebody'd broken in, so we gave the place a good looking over. Only thing we found missing was a few dollars. And I mean a few, 15.
Any idea who took it?
Liz would kill me if she heard me say, but I think it was our friendly free spirit helper, Ed.
Okay. Well, we've got Ed's DNA.
Hey, what's up?
I'd like to question Ed Danville again.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Good. Go get him. Go question him. We know you intimate with Liz, fire goddess.
What happened? Didn't work out for you?
What makes you think I was with that lesbo?
Huh? A little condom told us.
So, since when is trying for a conversion get you a flag on the play? So, we did the nasty out in the artsy temple. So what? Don't tell me sex is illegal in Sin City now.
No, but setting cab drivers on fire can get you pulled over.
Maybe you helped Liz kill Bob Castle.
Maybe Liz solicited your help to protect Deborah from a known gay basher.
Hey, Deborah's a major pain in the ass bone, you dig? So an old flame of hers gives her some grief. Why should I give a crap? So an old flame of hers goes up in smoke. That, too, I could give a damn about. And you can stir in Liz the Les. More trouble than she's worth. Or otherwise, why would I be sleeping in the windmill suite?
Because Deborah caught you bumping uglies with her one and only? Just a guess.
Saw your jeans on the fence.
They ripped while you were getting away. Or should I say, trying to.
Plus, we have your print on the turpentine can. Also on the match used to give the cabbie a light.
You got wax in your ears, dude? I already explained all this. I had a smoke in the cab earlier. I was around Turpentine all the time helping Liz with the temple. Get it? As for tearing my pants, thinking back, that must have happened when I went out to that foundry for a gander at those sculptures. Squeezed through the fence to get a better look. Must have happened then.
Why were you at the
I
foundry?
told you before, I was spreading flyers for the fire goddesses, trying to recruit the young and confused for their tribe.
You're spreading something right now. But let's move on.
Could be you in the smoke the cabbie as a favour to Deborah.
Could be you're looking at the only innocent party in this fire fest. Talk to those crazy bitches who threw me out. One obsessed with purifying by fire, the other the object of your dead cabbie's infections. Last I saw him, Liz was begging to get back in Deborah's good graces, saying she'd do anything for Deb if she took her back. Anything. And then poof, one cabbie turned crispy critter.
Well, thanks for your sensitive insights. That's it for now.
Alright. Grasp. I want that warrant. Also, have we got a warrant to get into the freaking golf club yet? Golf course. I got a warrant. Liz. I guess that's what.
So Liz plays with fire, huh? Bring her in and apply a little heat. Let her feel the burn. You have a record of fire-related misdemeanors, and are currently building something called a fire temple, plus your fingerprint and turpentine were found at the scene of a murder by immolation. Combustible stuff, Liz.
Saving content. Alright guys, give me a sec. I need the lube. Back recording. And right, let's get interrogating. We think. What time was it again? What time again was it that Bob kicked you out of the cab?
Didn't I say 6? No, wait. We drove for a while. Maybe closer to 6:30?
So when did things first, heat up between you and Ed, Liz?
Well, that's just nonsense. You know my orientation.
DNA doesn't lie, Liz. We found a used condom, used by Ed and you. Fire temple gate swing both ways? I think you talked your new lover into helping you do more than just create art. Who knows? Maybe he gets a kick out of setting fires too. Anyway, you brought the turpentine and the matches, and Ed doused Bob with the turpentine and lit the fire.
And you're supposed to be a scientist? You're adding 2 and 2 and getting 48. Okay, so Ed and I got hot and heavy one night. Too many stars and too much wine, and Deborah caught us at it. And she didn't know that I was bi, and she just went off the deep end. I've been struggling to put the pieces back together ever since, which is why I kicked Mr. Freeborn out on his neo-hippie ass, okay? Ed's a user, a manipulative jerk who preaches freedom and then does everything he can to control you. I'm onto him now, but even when I wasn't, I wouldn't commit murder. My God, I'm an artist, not an arsonist.
Just want to quick turn down. Wow, okay. Save and resume. We think you killed Bob Kastner.
For you, this is all about science, right? Reading the evidence. But you need to look through my artist's eyes to understand that I couldn't have done this. To me, fire is cleansing, a ritual of rebirth, phoenix from ashes. Would I waste something so precious on a sack of human excrement like Bob?
Oh, I don't know. Sacks of human excrement rate high on my list of things needing cleansing. You knew Bob was a gay basher and was harassing Deborah. You were taking steps to protect your lover.
You hailed Bob's cab for a ride. After a while, had him pull over, doused him with turpentine, and Did a little cleansing on him.
No. I confronted him about his harassment, yes, but he's the one who got violent. He threw me out of his cab. Must have been drunk out of his mind. Guys, get serious. We're artists. Gentle people. We don't destroy. We create.
Yeah, right. With fire.
I've said all I'm going to say for now.
Alright. Gotta be. Alright. See if the lab's got anything. Hello. We finally have things to compare.
These synthetic fibers were exposed to enough heat to melt the ends, but only for a very short exposure. A flash fire. We know the ladies play with fire, so this could have happened under normal circumstances. But our video evidence argues otherwise. How many people have this same poncho design?
Questioning warrant available. Anything else? Got an exclamation mark on it. Nope. We are. Bum, Alright. Go to brass. I'll get this warrant. Captain, I need a warrant. Can I get a warrant? Deborah Finch. Can we get a warrant for Deborah Finch in for questioning?
Bob's harassment gives Deborah a murder motive, and she owns that singed poncho that matches the video footage. All right, let's bring her in and hear her story.
Saving content, please do not turn off your heart off. Here
We'll
we go.
start with the dead cabbie, who was your spurned high school prom date. A known gay basher who has lately made making your life miserable his hobby. Your singed poncho was found at the crime scene, likely worn by whoever gave Bob his Viking funeral, skipping the step of him being dead first.
How many times do I have to tell you? I haven't seen that poncho for a month, at least. I haven't the slightest idea how it got burned or wound up out in the fire temple, and Liz says the same.
Where were you? Then where were you between 9 and 10 on Tuesday night?
Well, we had another fight. Sort of the aftershock following the big quake. If you've ever been in a relationship that had a bad bump, well, you'll understand. Anyway, Liz stormed out and was gone so long that I got worried. Got in my car and drove around for hours looking for her.
Time to Liv leave the house?
Geez, I don't know. I mean, I was so upset, I'm not sure. Close to 6, I think.
So you were out driving around?
Yeah, I went everywhere. All the places we usually go, you know? I got home maybe midnight, and Liz came in about 10 minutes later.
Any witnesses for the 9 to 10 period?
Really, I don't know. I hardly knew where I was at that point, and I sure don't remember now.
Don't know what happens if between you and Bob Casner the cost harass you.
You already know our high school history. Add that to him being a bigot, full of hate, who came out of a hideous, dysfunctional family. What it comes down to, he couldn't handle me choosing a woman over him.
So finally, enough was enough. The phone call harassment, the cab constantly driving by, a stalker on wheels. You flagged him down, you got in the cab, you said you wanted to talk, only you were burning mad, enough to burn him out of your life. Permanently.
All that turpentine around your place? Plus you know your way around fires, thanks to Liz. Bob wouldn't cooperate, so you lit a fire under him. Literally.
I did not. He was a beast, a monster. But taking a life is not my way. It's not who I am. It's against everything I believe, foreign to every fiber of my being.
How did you describe the relationship between Liz and Ed?
What relationship? He was just this freak passing through who stopped long enough to help us with our art project and, you know, put up flyers and stuff.
So you didn't know things had gotten hot and heavy between them? Behind your back?
You make it sound like an affair. All it was a night where things got out of hand is all. Liz and that freak got together one time. One time. He got her drunk and laid a smooth line on her and anyway, that happened Saturday night. And I saw them together. And Liz and me, we had this big knockdown drag-out. Not physical, just verbal, but a big fight, okay? And she promised me it was just this one time. It would never, ever happen again. She went and set this bonfire to show the fling was flung and she would cleanse herself and our space of the creep. And like I said, she was kind of drunk. Fire about got out of control. Anyway, Ed crawls out of his hole somewhere and tries to pitch in. With stopping the fire, Liz starts screaming at him and he books it. Never came back. She was crying and I was crying. Not that any of this is any of your business. Well, we got the fire out at least. Neighbor's fence, a little worse for the wear.
Okay.
That's all I have to say for now.
Alright, Brass, meet you in your office. I want that warrant. Do we have the search warrant?
I already gave it to Nick. Meet him out at the miniature golf course. Oh, and Ed's story about taking a cab to the bar on Saturday? Didn't check out. Good thinking, nailing him on the specifics during questioning. The cab company has no record of a fare there on that day.
Interesting. Well, that's the options. Finally.
Hey, partner. I checked out Ed's bedroll in the windmill. Nothing useful in it. If he had any other clothes, he got rid of them.
Okay.
Appears Ed didn't like having a hole in the middle of his suite. Stuffed something in there. Man, what are you, the club pro? Didn't hear the ball come out the other end though, so let's take a look. I can see something stuffed in there. One more ball ought to do the trick.
Alright, so I guess we're going back in to push the other way.
Hole in one, or maybe one more in the hole. If they had MVPs in miniature golf, you'd be it, Slick. That's a tightly rolled, rubber-banded wad of money that was stuffed down there in Ed's little bank. This may answer the question of why the cabbie had no money on him. Or in his vehicle.
Ed had it all. That is a big wad of cash. Hello? Careful, roll of cash. Right. So gotta think like a CSI guy. Which I'm like, you know, just not a CSI guy. Alright! Let's go comparing DNA. Who's there? I think we have found a match on the victim.
The hair with the money belonged to our Vic. Of course, he was bald, so I don't even want to know where this hair came from.
Ourselves an arrest warrant to pick up. Want a warrant. Head downville. Again, arrest warrant.
Better golf score than I've seen in a while. Think we should have another chat with Freeborn Edsel, don't you?
Do. Anything happened at the Midget Golf Course today at hole number 8?
Funny strange or funny hysterical?
Hysterically strange. My partner here scored a hole-in-one with 2 balls.
You lost me at hello.
Let me help you out. I got a big payoff. Following yet?
Oh, you mean my hidey hole. Well, sure, no problem, my brothers. I can explain that.
No, let me. After Liz tossed you out, you had no place to stay and no money. So you came back Tuesday night, you found your hostess is gone, and you helped yourself to 15 bucks. Oh, and for warmth on a cool Vegas night, you stole Deborah's poncho.
I don't know what you've been smoking, Captain Brass, but it can't be legal.
Neither is theft. Or murder, for that matter.
You knew that poncho and the record of harassment would implicate Deborah in Bob's burning. And you were pretty pissed off at the cab driver anyway for just generally being a small-minded jerk. You know, a free spirit like you.
You took the turpentine, too. Evidence pre-selected to put the blame on the fire goddesses. Settling a grudge or two, even as you built your bankroll from nothing to something.
It was easy to find Bob's cab to hail. Hell, he kept driving up and down in front of Deborah's.
You told the cabbie to take you to the foundry yard. When you got there, you doused him with turpentine and threatened to set him on fire if he didn't give up his cash. He gave you the money, but you lit him up anyway. The flash fire singed your hairs and the poncho. Once out of the cab, you ditched the turpentine can and slid through the fence. In a hurry to get away, you tore your jeans. Then you ditched your clothes and shoes and headed back to Deborah's, where you planted the poncho in the temple. So you got his money, but you really wanted to get even with the women, and maybe with Bob himself.
You got it wrong. I doused the guy, okay? And he handed over his money, but I didn't want it. I was just trying to scare him out of being such a bastard to Deborah, right? I lit a match, but I was just trying to scare him. He went for my hand and the match dropped and we both got burned.
And you just grabbed the money to save it from the flames.
Be cool! It could have happened that way, right? And if it didn't, if I did do it the way you say, then all I really did was rid this beautiful planet of one ugly bigot. And you should give me a medal, not put my ass away. Maybe I was sticking up for those fire goddesses and their lifestyle. And mine. All we really wanted to do was live free, to spread the love. And the bigots of the world, the Bobs of the world, they're the ones that deserve to get burned.
You said it yourself, Mr. Freeborn. You and Bob both got burned. And where you're going, you'll find a lot of people living alternative lifestyles, including white supremacists like the late cab driver. You'll have plenty of opportunity to spread the love.
Woohoo!
Well, that's one dude I don't mind roasting in the can. All this talk of heat, though, I'm ready for a soda. You want one? I'll meet you in the conference room right after Grissom gives you his eval.
Uh-oh. Okay. Grissom. Hit me with it.
All right, here's your evaluation. For evidence, you found everything there was to find. For hints, you didn't need any at all. And at the end of the day, you followed the evidence to a clear conclusion. Can't argue with that. Not bad. You've earned a solid middle ranking. A couple of clear areas to improve for next time. And by the way, thank you for all the new specimens you found for my collection.
All right. Achievement. Case 1. Burning for you. Ah. That's nice. Nice to get achievement. Alright, going in. Going straight into case 2. Ah, sweet. Okay, so we only got 2 of the insects and only got 9 thoroughness points. I wasn't as thorough. I didn't find some 3 insects. Alright. Alright guys, give me a second. I'm going to quickly take a break, and then when I come back we will start with Double Down. YouTube, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video, which will be Double Down, in fact.